Hi, I'm author P.M. Terrell, and I'm continuing the series about my novel, Padlocked. One of the characters that has stayed with readers is Max. He becomes a Nazi collaborator in Poland in 1939 during the Nazi invasion. His character grew out of a need to understand how average or normal people can become destructive or even evil. Max was born in Bedzin, Poland, to Christian parents, but his father died suddenly in an accident, leaving just Max and his mother, Felka. Felka worked two jobs to support them, the overnight shift at a factory and as a seamstress for wealthy women, including Mrs. Weiss, who owned their apartment building. Mrs. Weiss is also a widow. She is Jewish and she has real estate holdings and operates a very successful bakery. She's kind to Max, often sending food when she knows that they have little and allowing Felka extra time to pay the rent. Max is smaller than his peers, and he's bullied throughout childhood. Everything changes when he happens to see Hitler's Youth televised on a television set up in a store window. He decides to join an underground chapter right there in Poland. Through this association, he begins to believe that he's found acceptance. He's placed in the mayor's office as a lowly clerk, but he quickly rises when the Polish military requires an English interpreter for captured photojournalists. I'll have more about them in a future segment. The Poles are quickly overrun by the Nazis in Blitzkrieg, and Max sets out to make himself very useful to them. Events quickly spiral out of control, and Max must make moral and ethical decisions that place him further on specific paths from which eventually there's no return. He also discovers that eventually everyone must face a higher judgment, and claiming they were just following orders is not a valid argument. During the Nuremberg trials, nearly every Nazi made that claim that they were just following orders. However, it did not allow any of them to escape personal accountability. That principle was codified in law by the International Law Commission in 1950 based on the Nuremberg principles. Please like this video and subscribe to it, or subscribe to my channel. It really does help. And stay tuned for the next installment, Behind the Scenes of Padlocked, when I talk about those photojournalists and others who were caught up in the Nazi invasion and occupation of Poland from 1939 to 1945. See you next time.